Pappy's back this week. We've got the Liberator Rocket Heater. We're going to get started on that and get this installed. We're going to go right through the floor into the chimney right above us here. I got to make a big hole. I just hope I hit the right spot. We've done a lot of measuring. I've measured more than twice, so hopefully we'll hit the right spot. And then we're not going to go upstairs with the camera. I got dogs that'll be barking and everything else. We have 5 little chihuahuas up there, and they just go nuts. So we don't do any camera work up there. You wouldn't be able to hear anything. But with that said, just watch me work. And we're going to assemble all of this down here anyway. We're just going right into the chimney, and then the chimney goes from there out through the roof. So we're not going to get involved with all that. We're just going to tie into the existing plumbing for the chimney. But with that said, just watch me work. Okay, it's the next day. Last night, I was able to get some of the floor hole cut, the hole in the floor. I was able to locate it. The hole saw didn't really work out as I had hoped, so I'm having to use a Sawzall. And I only have one battery pack for that. So I ran out of juice, so I'm waiting for it to charge up. Plus, the missus, she works from home, and we also have 5 chihuahuas that live upstairs. And the rumor about them is true. If a mosquito breaks wind within a quarter of a mile, they'll let you know. So I try to be quiet down here during her work hours, which is right now. So I can't work on that hole anymore. But I can show you where I pulled the stuff out. I'll take you outside for that. The hole saw was a great idea. It would have worked if I'd had a drill big enough to do it. I don't know what I was thinking. A 10-inch hole, you're gonna have to have a lot of torque, and I needed a bigger drill than what I have. Although the drill was strong enough, but it doesn't have an outrigger for me to get 2 hands on it, and it would bind and about break my wrist, so I had to come up with something else. But these are the tiles that came out of that prefabbed fireplace, and I tore all the metal out and everything else and got it down and removed the damper and got it down to an 8-inch hole in the top. The top shell's still present, and I've got an adapter. It goes from an 8-inch down to a 6-inch. And then I've got triple wall pipe that's going to go through the floor, down into the basement here. But with that said, I just wanted to show you all what I had to literally tear out. I might be able to reuse these tiles for a little pathway or something, I don't know. They might clean up, they might not. Who really cares? It just to make garden stepping stones out of them, or just throw them away. I'm not sure. I know this metal needs to go away. It's got a lot of sharp edges on it, and there's nothing there usable. It's all galvanized. I can't really weld it. I won't weld galvanized. So, the only way you can is you have to soak it in uric acid to get that galvanized off. I don't want to take a chance on breathing the fumes that come off of that when you're welding. So I don't do it. It's just best not to if you're in doubt about welding. So, well, that's my story on that. So with that said, I'm going to go back inside, and we're going to wait a little bit later on after she gets the phones turned over, and then I can get back to work on finish cutting the hole. And then we're still waiting on some of the pipe. We got a couple of elbows and things like that today. We can at least get the stuff upstairs run through the floor. At least that would be my goal for today. As you can see in the bottom of the fireplace, there's a hole. It's about 12 and a half, 13 inches in diameter, but I'm going to have to enlarge it a little bit more. I was told that pipe has to have a 2-inch gap all the way around on it, away from combustibles. And being that's wood, I would say that's a combustible. So I'll have to do a little bit more cutting and trimming. We're still waiting on the straight pipe to come in, so I can't do any of the installation. Now, if you look down through the hole, you see down there in the bottom, you can see the triple wall pipe down there. I thought that that would be okay because it's 3 layers thick and it has ceramic insulation between the inside and the middle layer. I figured that would be good enough. But apparently, to be in code, we still got to have a 2-inch gap between combustibles from the outside edge of that thing. So, well, that's where we're at. So I guess that's as far as I can go this week. They won't be in until the end of the week with the single wall pipe that runs from the bottom of that triple wall pipe down to the stove. But you'll see how it goes together on the next episode. But anyway, give me a thumbs up